Dr. Pepper, not a sponsor yet. Hey y'all,
this is my husband Jared.
This is my wife Jenny.
It's CherryPieCottage.
And we're back!
What? Episode 59!
What?
So if y'all see this, that means we were able to get it edited without the use of his computer screen. Because if you have been following along and you haven't just decided you don't like us anymore, because we did a bunch of lives and just knots, and his computer screen cracked, like can't see half the screen.
Yeah.
My computer went completely.
Yeah, her hard drive is
crashed.
messed up and
Yeah. So it's been basically.
yeah.
It's just been.
Mm-hmm.
So, and for a bit of happy, I went ahead and put up all my fall stuff yesterday. Or as my husband said, I falled all over the house.
I didn't say you falled all over the house. That just doesn't even
Then
sound
what
right.
did you say?
I said that you were falling all over the house.
Okay, my bad. Anyways, let's finish out our intro, shall we? We live in Lubbock, Texas. And we really, really like it here. It has been stinking hot. Like, we had a whole week where it was above 100 all week. Like, significant words already. Say that word for me, please.
Significantly.
Over 100. Like, the coolest it got was 108.
For those of you who don't know, Lubbock is the world exporter of sailboat and kite fuel.
Oh, wind.
Wind.
A lot of wind. Right now we don't because it's summer, but spring and fall,
Spring and fall. Oh my goodness.
which are my two favorite seasons.
I had to laugh. What was it, last year before, when they were doing the Macy's parade. And the commentators are there and they're like, oh my goodness, they're having such a hard time controlling it. We're getting wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour.
That's like
and
normal.
I'm like 35 miles per hour, we have that sustained.
Yeah, like on the regular in the spring and
spring and fall, it's
yeah.
normal.
Yeah. So, grab your favorite drink. Pause right now. Grab your favorite drink and a whole bunch of knitting because this is probably going to be a really, really long one.
Only on that side of the table, though.
Yeah. Like, he's got two things.
And it's just projects that I'm working on.
He's got two things.
I'm
going to take a picture and just... Yeah. No, I'm not going to take a picture because I can't insert it because it's hard to get pictures from my phone to your computer.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's like covered. And I figured, if we're coming back, we might as well come back with a big bang and make up for all of the not.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's been going on, babe?
Well, like we said, both laptops are...
Yeah. We got a bit ahead of our show notes there.
Yeah.
So.
But it kind of incorporated into what we were talking about. School is starting. Mm-hmm. Beginning of September is when we're going to start school. I gave them the option to start August, and both of them said no. Even though I told my son, if we'll start August, the very first Monday in August, then you can do 4-day weeks for the whole school year. Or you can wait till September and you only get a 4-day week when I decide you don't even get to ask.
Yeah.
And he chose September because that gives him an extra month off.
I tried explaining to him that it would make more sense to just do 4-day school weeks,
Yeah. But he just
wasn't having it.
doesn't like school that much.
Yeah.
But what else has been going on?
I've been dyeing all of the Advents.
No. Stop going directly off of that. We don't ever go directly off of that. And you don't dye the Advents anyways. I wrote down things I wanted to say.
Well, I don't really have
I'm not
anything.
good at thinking on the fly like you are.
I don't have anything.
You have nothing to talk about.
Not really.
At all.
Not really. I go to work, I come home, I go to bed.
Pretty much just boring.
I'm basic. I know.
He has been taking care of the lawn and got our most of our lawn back from when our son burned it.
About half.
Yeah.
Say.
Actually, it's more than half. So there's one little circle that we can't seem to get the grass to get back. He did not burn it with fire. He was trying to help. He put down weed and feed, but he didn't know how much and just dumped it.
Yeah, he just put too much of the weed killer down.
And with the heat we were having when he did it, it killed the grass. It like burned the grass and killed it. So, as he has said, I was dying all the Advents, not him, because he thought he was being silly and it was just annoying. I hate it when you just start reading directly off of this. We don't do that. That's just notes. Anyways.
Are you done?
Yes. Do you have anything else to add at all? Nothing.
No, I really don't have anything. What do you want me to add?
Do you have anything coming up you want to talk about or anything?
Not until shop news, really.
Okay. He hasn't even really been working in the garage either because
it's been so stinking hot. And by the time I get home from work, I'm tired and I don't want to go. I come home and I take off my work clothes and just put on house clothes, and I don't want to stay in my work clothes. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that pen down because I keep clicking the lid on and off. I had something I was gonna add and I forgot.
I don't know.
I forgot. Well, I'll remember it eventually. We are running a sweater cal in case y'all forgot, because we forgot to mention it every other episode from our YouTube lives and stuff. We are running a cal, and it is the Sweater Obsessed cal. This is the second one that we've done. I was going to end it at the end of September, but I think we're going to extend that.
Okay.
To the end of the year. So, and whips are welcome. It just, before you enter it, it does need to be a finished sweater. If you use my yarn, you can enter it twice.
If weaving in the ends counts as it being finished.
No.
I'm saying that.
No, because I always weave my ends in. But I'm saying you need whips, like it can't be that's the only thing that you need to finish on it. It needs to have at least a row and a bind off for it to count. What?
Mm-hmm.
And off the needles. Bound off, basically. So, and he was working on a sweater, but I have not been able to get the yarn for his sweater yet to finish it up. So hopefully that will happen eventually. I have 2 sweaters on the needle right now. But I have 2 more lined up. One I have to wait till I get the needles for them. But I'm going to show you all that later. Is that it? Are we ready to move on to the next
I think so.
section? Okay. Well then. Now it's time for
Faux party!
Hey babe, you got any faux? I beat you to it.
I'm going to stab her with my needles.
No, you're not, because you love me.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
No. So you have no faux?
Yeah. We went over this before pressing record on the camera. She asked me, do you have any finished projects? And I looked at her and I said, you know the answer to that question. She goes, well, I can't remember. So you don't get to say you can't remember now because it was 10 minutes ago when you asked.
I wasn't going to. It's just I have to ask you because I do every time.
Do you have any faux?
I do. Okay, I'm going to talk about this one that I showed on the last episode, which was like 18 minutes, and it was just a quick. Still haven't blocked it because I've been busy. But this is my pattern with my yarn, and it is wholly on purpose. I need to block it because these eyelets are going to open up quite a bit. And then it's got a little bitty lace border on the end. But the colors, I used a super sock set. This is Falling Leaves and My Caramel Romance. And it was a full skein of speckle and then a 50-gram skein of the tonal. So I'm hoping to be able to add some of these in, some of my fall colors in soon, but I can't guarantee that because there is a yarn shortage right now. So that's fun, but we'll talk about more of that in shop news. So there's that one. I'm just gonna chunk that over there. Now then, for ones that I actually finished in the last 2 weeks. So I finally designed his hat. Again, not sure when I'll be able to get this typed up or out to testers or anything, so not asking for testers. This probably won't come out until I get my laptop fixed, which hopefully will be soon. But anyways, what did you decide you were going to call this, or did you decide a pattern?
I didn't say a name for it.
Mm. But it's worsted weight, and it's got cables. Like, it's all cables, basically. And this is Black Cat Custom Yarns in the colorway Salem, and it's a worsted weight, so it's on her Let's Get Worsted. So there's that.
Can I try it on? I didn't even get to try it on yet.
Yeah.
Like, I saw it getting blocked.
And then I stuck it in my office so I wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
And he likes an extra long rib, so I did an extra long rib. I don't think you'll be able to roll it up unless you just want it off your ears.
Yeah, I mean, if I want it off my ears, I can roll it.
The cables sucked it up. That was the problem.
Yeah, but you know what? That's
I did an extra long rib so that way it would, because you like the ribbing over your ears.
Yeah. That looks good. Looks like fire.
I was thinking Firestorm for some reason.
Uh-huh.
So once he picks a name, then I can tell y'all. And I should probably do one in a tonal for you too, huh?
Mm-hmm. Or I could.
Okay.
So
Then you can.
I like it.
I'm glad.
I like it a lot.
I'm probably gonna have it taller, like do more repeats.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this one it's long enough and it still bunches back here when you put it on.
Yeah.
It's just you want it where you can fold up the brim too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird to me. Why would you want it folded up? Just
It's just the way I've always worn beanies.
yeah.
Or, you know, stocking caps, toboggans,
Toques.
toques.
I just call them a hat.
It's a beanie.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing I finished was my socks. So this is Kirby Werby. Cooler in a pack of peppermints. And then the contrast color is my sidebar. Rounded toe, fish lips kiss heel, and a 1x1 rib with a tubular bind off. Because that's my sock recipe. I don't know how much I knit here. I just know length because I do it per foot. So mine, I knit it to 7 3/4. And then I put the heel in. But it's different for each person in my family. And with my son, I knit it to the length of his foot because he's growing. So, can I put those over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Because he's got tons of room and I don't. And then the last thing I finished is probably the biggest thing. This had been on the needles for over a year. It is my Sunset Highway by Caitlin Hunter or Boylan Knitworks. Bam! What? It's so pretty. And I love it. And it's long enough and it fits. And oh, I just love it. So the brown and the blue are both knit picks. They're tweed base. They're fingering tweed base. And then the pink and the purple are Happy Little Yarn. I think the pink was Just a Girl, and then the purple, I can't remember what it was called. But it was She No Longer Dies. She does make masks, though, and she does still record a podcast, so y'all should go check her out. But
So excited. Now, I'll be able to wear this sweater in like 4 months when it might be cold enough. Hopefully. Oh, and then I also did, and I haven't blocked this yet, but it has short rows in the back to lengthen the front, or the back part. So it goes over your booty better. So, super excited about that. And we're gonna chunk that over there onto the couch. But that's all the faux I have. We have already established he does not. Are you ready to move on to the next thing?
I do believe.
You do believe
I do believe.
that we're ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get a drink. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to talk and then you talk?
I'll go first.
Okay.
But we kind of have to introduce the segment first.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Waiting on you?
Now it's time for
Whip it.
Whip it good. You sure you want to go first?
Yes, but you have to ask me first.
Hey babe, what you whipping up?
I am working on another pair of maybe baby socks. And this is one that you guys have seen before. But I actually, over the last, 2 weeks now? I guess I have actually brought it out and started working on it some more. So, I like the pattern in the baby socks. So,
What's the yarn?
the yarn, the green is Black Cat Custom in the Nemesis colorway. You know, my nema nema, ooh, my nema nema nema. Anyway, if you've seen
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb, you might know that. The yellow, I think it's Lone Star, but I can't remember the name of it. So it's yellow with some little pops of red in there.
Orange.
Red.
It looks orange.
It's red.
Okay. Could we compromise and say there's red and orange in there?
Maybe. Maybe where the red is light enough to where the yellow affects it.
Still looks more orange than red to me.
Anyway, we don't need to dwell on how
No.
you're wrong.
No, you are wrong. I am right.
But maybe baby socks. I wanted a green pair. I didn't have a green pair, so.
Before you talk about your other whip, can I talk about mine that are like socks too?
Yeah.
You gotta ask me.
Hey babe, what you whipping up?
I'm working on socks. So I have 3 pairs on the needles. Technically I have 4, but I didn't bring Michael's over because I haven't worked on them in a while. These I cast on before we stopped, or between the last time we recorded a full-length podcast and now. This is the Cozy Knitter in Bloom. I got these on her Bliss base. I got these at Knit City last year because this year's hasn't happened. And so here it is in this.
Not like we were going to make it there anyway.
No, we weren't going to be able to go this year anyways. And then it came with it's a sock set. So the self-striping for the full skein, and then you get a mini, and mine was the pink one because pink. But here we go. Getting closer to the heel, but then I put these aside to finish my Curvy Wurby ones. And then once I finish the Curvy Wurby ones, I cast on my Christmas ones for this year.
Did you ever finish when you were knitting 4 at a time or something?
No, I split those.
Okay.
Yeah, totally split those. So there's those socks. Then I cast on my Christmas pair for this year. And this one, I don't have is Holly Press Fibers, Malibu Barbie Christmas. So, and then the contrast is the same one that I had in my Maritimo in the lace. It is by Yarnberry and it's called Just Jane, I believe, or Jane. I don't know, it was one of her very first colorways. So, here we go.
I need a good self-striping Christmas yarn for this year. Because I have the one that I did last year, the Cozy Knitter, but I don't have one for this year.
Well, what we could do is I have some No Makers Christmas yarn, and you could just knit 5 rows a day throughout December, and that would give you a good length of sock.
Yeah, but it's not self-striping.
No, it's not. But if you just knit 5, I mean,
I don't know. Like,
I mean,
I had fun knitting the self-striping one. It was fun.
I like knitting. I prefer self-striping. Usually that's the only socks I will knit. I'm trying to finish this row, so give me 2 seconds and then I will show you this other pair. So speaking of the Cozy Knitters Advent socks, this is the very last of that. We bought 2 skeins last year. Me and Jared knit them through the month of December for ourselves. Then I knit a pair for Michael, and now of his leftovers, now I'm using my leftovers and knitting Haley a pair, so we will all have matching socks. So, and then the contrast is just a plain white from Knit Picks. But I am knitting a stripe a day till they're done. Sometimes so far I haven't knit more than 1 stripe a day, but I'm knitting at least 1 stripe a day. Do you want me to talk about my shawls and then we'll talk about what's your other, or do you want to go ahead and talk about your other and then, because I have future cast-ons that are that too.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
You tell me. I only have the one other.
Okay. So let me talk about my shawls real quick. Actually, I have mitts first. Oh, no. Sorry, I have a birthday Christmas gift.
You're like the person that walks up with one thing and says, "Ooh, can I get in front of you at the cash register? I only have one thing." And then when they agree, you call somebody up that has a whole basket full of stuff.
I am not that person. So, this is a pattern. I've knit it before that Haley wanted. It's called Molly by Erin Ruth. Don't even know if she's still designing. But Haley had picked some yarn out last summer. Yeah, I believe it was last summer. We were going to put it in her sweater, but then we decided to pick something different. So she picked a hat pattern. But this is what I've got so far. Just getting into the body of it. The yarn is by the Fiber Seed Sprout DK, and the colorway is Paradise Lost. And it's 90% superwash merino and 10% nylon. 250 yards. So, which I think it's better suited because it's such a tight twist and like it really stretches. I think it's better suited for a hat anyways. So there's that, which a lot of these I cast on last week because I'm trying to get my Christmas knitting done. That fell on the floor. And then I cast on some mitts for myself, and the pattern is by Emma Galati, or Emma Knits, and they're called the Possessed Printer.
It's kind of a cool pattern.
I know, I really like the pattern a lot. I am using Knitty & Color. Knitty & Color, and it's her Neon Lotus, and it's her Dubstep DK. So it's 100% superwash merino. But here it is in the cake. And then here are the mitts. I really, really like them. And I just took the ball and split it in half. So, which is why this one's got more purple than this one. Same skeiny yarn, I just split it in half. There you go. I'm really liking this pattern. However, the way she does the thumbs is she just binds off right there. I'm gonna put them on hold and actually knit a thumb, because I don't like it where it's just the thumbs sticking out. So there's those. It's in my coffee bag, made by moi. And this one is my Advent design. It's not going to get out this year because it's just not. So I haven't been, you know, worried so much about getting it completely finished. But, so this was made from my Christmas Advent this last year, and that was a white Christmas. So it's a wrap. But all of the sections have the exact same amount of rows. So if you don't like a certain section, or if you want to just do it all one pattern or stitch pattern, you can do that. So I will even have instructions in here on, because this is also going to include to do a scarf or a cowl with a 12 and for 12 minis. I'm also going to have it written to where you can do it for 10 gram or 20 gram. So, and I'm almost done. That's what I've got left of the 24 minis. And there's still quite a bit of the minis left over, which I did that on purpose because I want to knit some make your own striped socks, which is probably what I'm going to do in December, is use this and knit a stripe of each of these. So, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully I will have this at least finished knitted by then, and then it won't get typed up for a while. It'll probably be released next year for Christmas, or in July of next year, so that way ones that get summer and July Advents. But here we go. So there's that one. And this one is in my Lila Styles Doctor Who bag. I love this bag. So there's that one. And our couch is like almost directly behind the camera, which is why I keep tossing things over there, because it makes it a lot easier when I'm putting things away. And then the last shawl. I told you I had a lot because this one is my Three Brothers, and it's a shawl from Cozy Up Knits. It was a Harry Potter inspired pattern. Oh, I feel like I need to sneeze. Not Corona. But this is what I've got so far. So I still have quite a bit of that lace section. I'm using all of these are MCN. That one is by Sweet Sparrow Yarns on Plum Tart. That's the colorway, is Plum Tart. These are all fingering weight MCNs. Then we have, nice. So this one is Primrose Yarn Co. And it is glamping. Then I have, where did I just, there it is. Then I have this one, which is my third one. That's washi tape that's supposed to be on my pattern. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay. This is why I have backups. I also have a,
Bear with.
bear with.
Bear with.
I do have a row counter too. But I like to put tape down when I'm done knitting so that way, in case the buttons on my row counter get accidentally pushed. So this is my third color, and it is Oink Pigments, and it's called Nimbus. So those three, it's gonna be so pretty. And this one has got the grays and the plum color in the speckles. So I was holding on to those three skeins for the perfect pattern, and Cozy Up Knits helped me out. And this is in my Knit for Brains cherry bag, which I love this bag. This one always has a project in it. Hey, that one stayed on the couch. Okay, that's all I have for shawls. Would you like to talk about your other project?
I get to be part of the show too?
Yes, you do.
Rude. It's the Jennie show!
Well, let's face it, it usually is in the summer.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so let me see if I can find the actual.
Are you going to alternate skeins on this, or are you just going to...
Well, I would if I had a skein to alternate.
I'm saying when you get more skeins. Don't be ugly. You know why I haven't been able to get them yet.
Okay, what's going on here? Alright, that's the outside.
Your yarns, like, come out of the ball all over your sweater.
Not all over. See, it's just... It's...
Your tail is everywhere.
Yeah, the tail is... Well, no, the tail's just right there. It's the work... There.
Okay.
That... Something. Anyhow.
This is something he said he would never do after the last one, and then he changed his mind.
Yeah, I changed my mind. So I'm knitting another sweater. Very, very slowly. It is in CherryPieCottage tweed in the Goblin's Blood
This is the
colorway.
Aaron, this is on the Aaron tweed,
Aaron
which I
tweed.
have not been able to get enough of to put in the shop.
Yeah.
So that is coming. I do plan to have it in the shop. Your ball went through your sweater. That looks really big. Like
It
bigger
does,
than it
doesn't it?
should.
Well, I'm bigger than I should be, but...
No, that looks like bigger than it should even for you.
Well, I don't know.
You gonna work it a little bit more and then decide?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, put an extra cable on this so that way it can stretch out so it's not all bunched up. Anyway, what I'm doing is
A sweater.
a sweater. My pattern is... I haven't messed with this thing in so long. Anyhow.
You don't even have the main picture.
No. Well, it's probably in there somewhere. Cable-y sweater. My other one that I did was just straight knitting. This one is cable-y. Which way am I going?
This
here?
is called the Siberia by Drops Design.
There we go.
I'm still looking for the picture. I don't know if you printed the picture at all.
I may not have printed the picture.
I don't think you printed the picture. You did not.
Unless it's... Nope. Anyway, Siberia by Drops Design. And I did hijack it a little bit on the back of the sweater because I love the pattern so much. I'm doing the Maybe Baby cable pattern on the back of the sweater. But this is as far as I've gotten. And I'm still waiting on her to be able to get the yarn. And I know it's not her fault.
No.
But... And I may end up having to frog this and start again if I made it too big.
Well, then you can alternate from there too.
Yeah. So.
I can show you how to do the helical knitting.
But.
Then I have two sweaters.
Do you have the sake with you?
No, it's over there.
I'm gonna grab it real quick.
Okay.
Whilst you talk.
Okay. So this is my, not my Cipolla. What is this called? This is a Caitlin Hunter Sturgill. Or Sturgill.
Sturgill.
Sturgill. Okay.
Sakis by Burning Impressions.
Which, this one was super obsessed with. I did not knit the cowl part, so it's just the sweater. But I really, really was excited about this one. Then I got to the body where there was no more color work, and I was like, I'm done for now. So I'll get back to it. Plus it got really hot, so I didn't want to work with DK anymore. So all the color work's done. All of it is my yarn. So we have Hoovian, the pink, which I don't have any of them in here because I've already pulled them out. There is a tweed right here, and that one is, gee, I wish I was back in the army. Then we have the pink, which was a unicorn, and then the brown is My Caramel Romance. So, and I can't wait to block out this color work because it's going to be so pretty. But there we go. And I am alternating skeins. So currently I have like 3 skeins of yarn attached to this. So that's fun. And I wanted to do the sleeves, go ahead and do the sleeves before I got the body too long. And that involves me having to cake up more yarn, which is probably why I have not done it yet. I will do that eventually, because I have discovered it's much easier to do the sleeves, and I like to do my sleeves 2 at the time, so they're the same length. Then the other sweater I have on my needles is my Weekender, and this is on my Aran base, my Aran tweed base, which is coming again. It will be in the shop, just don't know when. And this is Hibiscus. Ooh, that's showing up. It's a little bit more pink than red, but for the most part, that's true to color. Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, but yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So, and you see where I'm doing helical knitting. So you can see down here my floats and stuff from where I've knit the 3 stitches and then picked up the next skein to go. And then I should probably put this back in the bag because I keep leaving things out of my bags. Okay. Then I have 2 sweaters that I want to cast on. I just cast one off, so in my mind, I should just go ahead and cast one on. But we'll see if it'll actually happen. So this one, which I need to print this pattern because we've since had to buy a new printer so it looks better. This is Este by Lita's Knits. Justina Laura Koska. Anyways, it's a t-shirt pattern, and it's got a lace pattern up here, which I might change my mind on and might knit something different. But this was Lollipop Guild that I had in the shop well over a year ago. It sat. The listing expired, so I put it up and I was like, I'll do something for Michael or whatever. Well, then I decided I was going to over-dye it. So I over-dyed it a dark blue, and I have 4 skeins of it. So that's what I'm planning to do, to knit a sweater with it. I'm really excited. So we will see. I might change my mind and pick a different sweater, and this is in my lovely Doctor Who bag by the Silver Shed, but my friend Laura from Laura Concert Designs, a Crochet and Hoovian and Lollipop Girl Yarns, she gifted it to me for Christmas / birthday, Then my team snapped that pin. And this one, if y'all didn't know, Cozy of Knits has recently released a cardigan. And now the name has completely gone out of my mind. Simple Hug. Words. Let me find a picture for y'all so you can see, because I don't have the pattern printed out. Here we go. So there's the pattern, there's the sweater. And Katie and Jamie both used some of my DK tweed in theirs from my Wizard of Oz collection. And it looks so good. So here are my color choices for this pattern. Is that the way I wanted it? No, I wanted it.
Definitely looks like you.
Yeah. And then we have a pop of pink. So that is my color choices. So this is a skein of my colorway Purple, and the skein decided that it wanted to turn into yarn vomit when I dyed it. So that's why the skein is like a disaster, basically. And so instead of, I put it in the shop because it was like a batch of like 5. Well, the listing expired and this one was still left, and I said, okay, it's mine, because then I didn't have to fix the skein. I would have fixed it before it sold. So no worries there. But, so this one's Purple, and this is on my DK 100 base. This one is Peepaloo Fields, and it is Snow Cone. All of these are DK. So there's that one. And that one is Peepaloo Fields, and I'm fairly certain they're not dying anymore, but don't quote me on that. I could be lying. And then this one is Red Fox Fibers, and it is Edge of Abraham, and this was on their tweed base. So, and I think I heard the Cozy Up girl said that they're not dying anymore, but I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me. Then this one is a Lamb Woman Knits, and this is Raspberry Fool. I love that one. And then Miss Babs. This was the DFW Fiberfest colorway, and this was her Yowza Mini, which is 100% superwash merino, and it's like a DK light worsted. So, but I think I'm planning, no, like this. Yeah, like that. That is my plan. So I wanted to throw in a silver for the edging, but I don't have any dyed up, and I don't have any that I can spare to dye up for myself. So, and I don't have the needles for this yarn, for this pattern, and I have not even printed out the pattern yet. I have the pattern, just have not printed it yet. But that is all I have for whips. That was a lot. I know. But again, we haven't done a real podcast since May.
It's because we were social distancing.
No, it's because, well, April, my grandmother died, so we took a month off because I was not in headspace to do any of that. Then we recorded again in May, a couple episodes, and then his computer went, because the screen,
didn't go, it just got broken.
Yeah. And so we thought we were going to be able to get it fixed or get the program onto my computer, but no, because my computer's old and I didn't want to add anything else to it right now. Then my computer went, the hard drive on it crashed. So we've just been doing lives, and then when my computer crashed, we couldn't even do a live. So then we recorded on my phone, but we could only do a short amount. So we're back, and hopefully we will be able to continue to do this every 2 weeks like our normal schedule.
Yeah.
That is the plan. So, plus, to be 100% honest with you, this summer has been rough. With everything being canceled, because you know why, we're not going to talk about it, and everything that broke, we were not in the headspace for any of this. So, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I actually got a little depressed, which is not me. We really miss church, being able to be with our church family and do all of our normal things. We're still able to see at least my side of the family right now because they live 45 minutes away. We were able to go to the lake in July for my family reunion, which was nice, but way too short of a vacation. But that's pretty much the only vacation we get this year. So we're over this year. So come New Year's, can everybody just shout Jumanji so we can be done with this game and move on? What? But on a lighter note, now it's time for... And now for something completely different. Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe.
What's in the news?
Do you know what the doctor will give you if you get a snake bite?
What?
An antihistamine.
What else is in the news, dearest?
So, I was trying to find a good hollandaise recipe.
Why?
Because, I mean, I think everybody should know how to make a good hollandaise sauce. So I was looking around and trying to find the best place to find a good recipe, and somebody said Nome. Right? And at first I was like, Nome, Texas? And they said, no, Nome, Alaska. I was like, okay. And I said, why is Nome, Alaska the best place for hollandaise? And they said, because everybody knows there's no place like Nome for the hollandaise.
That's so dumb.
I already told you this one. This is for y'all. Where does a Texan go when he dies in battle?
Where?
Y'all holla.
My husband, the dork, y'all.
So in Greek mythology, Chiron, he was not only a half man, half horse, but he was also a medical doctor. So that made him the centaur for disease control. Get it?
So he was the CDC.
Okay. This one goes out to every Canadian that is watching right now. Oh my goodness. I found this one and it's perfect. How do you stop Canadian bacon from curling in the frying pan?
Okay, before I answer, is this something I might have to cut out? Okay, how?
You take away the tiny brooms.
What?
Every Canadian's probably dying right now. Anyway, you know the sport curling?
Okay, I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, you take away
Because
the
you-
tiny brooms.
Wow. See, now I get it because I couldn't understand what you were saying. You were giggling too hard. You turned into your mother. We should get on this too, but
You know, today's Sunday,
yes.
the 23rd.
Yep.
And ever since this whole coronavirus, Sundays, they've just been kind of sad days.
Yeah, been weird.
But you know what? The day before Sunday is a Saturday.
You're a dork. Oh, you're so dorky.
So me and the kids are going to start going on hiking trips. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes with Michael.
I've got the music already for our our iPhones or our iPods. It's a combination of peanuts, the cranberries, and M&M. Call it my trail mix.
I knew you were going that route when you said those things. Anything else in the news today,
No,
dear?
that's all. That's all.
Okay.
Take away the tiny brooms.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome back. And now it's time for
My precious!
Do you have any, my precious?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I do.
Not really. Nobody sends me anything.
I talked about this on one of the lives, but I don't know. I know for a fact not all of y'all watch the lives. So, me and my very, very good, one of my best knitty friends, every year we exchange advents because we're both yarn dyers, and this is Lollipop Girl yarns. Well, I'm doing two Christmas ones and a Halloween one. She is doing one Christmas, one Halloween, and a Christmas in July one. So these have been all over the internet, but I wanted to show y'all because I caked them all up, y'all. So that's 20, and here's the other 4.
This is a profane amount of yarn.
Yeah, so there's 24 minis, 20 gram minis. So I'm gonna start with this one, and then this color will fade into this yellow, and I've done them to where they will fade. So this side might be better to show you. Yeah, there we go. And that one might be better. But yeah, so I'm really excited. I was thinking about a sweater. I have enough to do like a t-shirt sweater, but I think trying to make sure that all of the sections are the exact same amount is gonna drive me nuts. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but we will see. And then the full skein, bam. This one is Christmas at the Sea. So the theme was Life's a Beach. So, and then the only other thing I have, I did an exchange with Laura Brady of A Knit for Brains. She was wanting a skein of yarn, and I said, well, how about we just trade? And she goes, well, is there anything in the shop? And I was like, yeah, always. There's always something in her shop I want. Well, of course, I got another sock bag, and it's cheap. Look at it. It's so cute. So, but that's all I have for my precious, because again, we're not really buying right now because we're broke from everything that broke. But that's all I have. So, are you ready to move on to the next?
Yes, to the correct thing?
Yes.
Yes.
So, shop news. It's time to move on to shop news.
Shop news.
So, I am the dyer and bag maker behind CherryPieCottage on Etsy.
You remember.
I know. So I'm going to show y'all what's in the shop because I don't have a shop update. Because, well, let's start with, there are no custom orders or clubs for a while because my yarn supplier is out of stock of a lot, and it's not their fault because of the current thing that is going on worldwide. The mill had to be closed for 10 weeks. The mill is in South America. They were able to, they're back running, but it's a reduced staff. And since it comes from South America, it takes quite a while. And a lot of dyers are getting yarn. So anytime they get in new stock, it sells out like that. Like literally, some minis came in, they got minis in stock, and they sold out in 15 minutes. So, so that's why I can't do that. So I will get yarn added as I can get it. But, was it like 2 weeks ago, I think was my last update? No. Yeah, and that was yarn. That was some of my heavier weight yarn. I added in, let me grab it for ya. So, all of these are on, this was the last update, which was 3 colorways: hibiscus, just a bunch of pansies, and a brand new colorway called sidewalk. And all of these were on, you could get all of them either on DK 100, DK Tweed, or Worsted 100. So these colorways are available on those. So we have hibiscus, and here it is on the tweed. So, and this is available on all 3 of those bases I just said. Then we have, oh good grief. That is blowing out. That is like,
It's more purple than blue.
yeah, it's,
Like, okay, hold on, move that. So that color right there is what color the skein actually is.
yeah, it's not blue, it's purple.
It is definitely purple.
That's not even like not even the tweed. This is called just a bunch of pansies. Let me see if I can bring, where's my phone? Let me see if it'll show it better in the pictures on my phone.
Bear with.
No, it's blowing out there too. Wow. Okay, so we have those 2, which hibiscus is blowing out too, but that's true to color for hibiscus, wouldn't you say?
Ooh.
Yeah, they're both blowing out.
Hibiscus isn't as intense as that, but
It's pretty intense.
it is pretty intense, just not that bad.
Then the new one is sidewalk. And I have concrete, which is darker and more pinker gray. So
Pinker gray?
Pinker gray. I don't have
How do you
one
have a
here.
pinker gray?
Because it has a little bit of pink in that mix. I know what I put in it. So, anyways, so this is sidewalk. So, those 3. Let's see if I put the gray next to the purple. No, and it doesn't help it. So, then the update before that was Halloween bags at a discounted rate, because these were ones from last year and that didn't sell, and all of them sold but this one. So I have this one left over. It's a medium-sized bag, which I don't even make this size anymore, but the inside, spiders, and then some of them are wearing mitts, and I think there's even some that are wearing hats, but no. Yes, there is. There's some wearing hats too. So, and then you have your handle. It says Halloween on it. There you go. So, and this will probably be the last time I do Halloween bags, like, ever.
Why ever?
They just don't sell that well. So, let's move this out of the way. Now then, let's talk about what is in stock, fingering weight-wise, because it's, okay. The bases I'm really having troubles getting hold of are my fingering sock and my fingering 100. Any sock yarn and any of my 100% superwash merino. So, I'm going to show you what I have in stock right now, because I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to do another yarn update. On all of my fingering bases, I have unicorn tails in stock. All of these are in stock. I'm not doing any dyed to order at all. I can't. So this is fingering, or this is unicorn tails. And these are all in stock. All orders ship next business day. And if you are buying from the US, you spend $35 or more and you get it shipped free.
Free?
Free! It's free! Sorry, I will stop doing that. The other thing that I have on all 3 fingering bases is Texas sunset. Yeah. Sorry. Texas sunset. So, then I have Texas sunrise on fingering sock and fingering tweed. And I have Texas twilight on fingering sock and fingering tweed. Seeing a theme here? And I have sunshine. I have one skein on fingering sock, but it's a 50 gram. And then I have it on fingering 100, and I have it on fingering tweed too. Then, speaking of tonals, I have spearmint on fingering 100 and fingering tweed, which this one I think goes really well with this. Or if you want to go complete opposite, you could do it with Texas Twilight. Our dog's running in, dear.
I hear her.
But it also goes really well with on the other side. See? This
With
is
what
on
on the other side?
That's the name of the colorway. Fingering tweed and fingering 100 is what I've got those on. So, and I think that they go pretty good together. Then I also have dusk in stock on fingering tweed. I have hibiscus on fingering tweed too, along with the heavier weight bases. I have just a bunch of pansies on fingering tweed. For some reason, this one's showing up better than the other one, but again, it's still a lot more purple than this, but it's like a violet, like a neon violet. Hi, Kiki.
She's so scared, can't figure out how to get past
We
it.
have the cords and stuff and everything, so she just walked clear around the table behind me to get around to the other side. So just a bunch of pansies. Then I have one skein of mustard, which this is mustard and this is sunshine, so it is darker, on fingering tweed. And then on fingering sock, I have Over the Rainbow, A Horse of a Different Color, and Flying Monkeys. That's all I have in stock currently for my Wizard of Oz set. There's 3 other colors, but those are already sold out. I eventually plan to dye these up and get them back in the shop again. What?
Just looking at
So,
that.
this one is my favorite one out of the entire collection. No, you can't keep that, give it back. You don't even knit with fingering anyways.
That's true. What are you talking about? I'm knitting with fingering right now.
Held double.
That's not the point.
And see, I also think that, and you can mix bases, go for it. I think spearmint would look good with Over the Rainbow too. And there you go. There's you a 3 skein shawl right there. And if you don't want it on the tweed, I've got it on fingering 100. But I think that that is a good fade. I also really like on the other side and A Horse of a Different Color with Over the Rainbow, and you could throw spearmint in before it. There's a 4 skein fade. I'm just trying to give y'all some ideas because I play with color all the time and I don't have time to take all the pictures. These two I think go really well together, and you could throw in hibiscus, which would make a beautiful fade, but my favorite together is these 3. I like these 3 together. Or if you want an all variegated one, you could do, well, maybe not. No, I don't like that one. But these go really well together. The one I showed earlier, I think this will be the last one. I promise y'all. There's a 4-skein fade. So this is unicorn tails. Then on the other side, horse of a different color, and over the rainbow.
You have the tag on it.
I know. I know. And you could add spearmint on this side and sunshine on this side, and you have your What the Fade shawl. Or not What the Fade shawl. Find Your Fade shawl. That is the name of a shawl by the same. That's by Andrea Mowry too. Both of those are, but What the Fade is a brioche one.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what I have in stock currently. And yes, I did just go through and pull out 1 skein of everything because haven't recorded in a while, haven't really been able to do an update. Do you have some? I know you like that colorway because when I dyed it, you were like, oh, I like that.
On the other side of what? Like
the grass is always greener on the other side.
Oh, okay.
And we're all just ready to get on the other side of the current situation worldwide.
I like that.
Which is where the inspiration for this one came from.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Some squish.
Yeah. Yarn sniffer.
Yep.
But yeah. So I just wanted to show y'all some options. Because again, I figured you'd get tired of me posting about them all the time on Instagram and stuff. And since I'm not able to add new stuff currently, which I hopefully will be able to soon, but I can't promise. However, in a couple of weeks, I do plan to put some new bags in the shop because the bags are running low. That I can do. So here is the fabric. It's sloths and flowers. So cute.
Sleuths.
And if you can see, the little polka dots are gold. I found, so this will be the inside fabric. Polka dot, gold polka dots. So these will be coming out in a couple of weeks, is the plan. So be on the lookout for those. But that is all I have for shop news. What do you have for shop news, dearest?
Alright, so I am the owner, proprietor, DJ Spin Master of Goblin King Designs on Etsy. And the big thing that really I have to announce is that I'm going to be taking my shop off of Etsy. I'm not going to be getting another website. I'm basically just going to be selling off of Instagram through PayPal. So, if you haven't, if you don't see my pins on Instagram or anything that I make, just go on, give it, can I say follow me on Instagram, or is that like a shameless plug?
He's Texas_Goblin_King on Instagram.
Yes. So that's where I post all my everything I make.
And if he thinks about it, you can post it in our Facebook group.
Okay. So there you go. Right now, I have 2 things in my shop. One of them has kind of already been spoken for, but that remains to be seen come Friday. So.
Oh, by the way, why are you closing your shop?
I am closing my shop because I don't really do enough business to justify the Etsy fees.
And you don't have enough time to keep it completely stocked all the time.
I really don't. I make things as I'm able, but I don't really have the time to just devote to it. So instead of paying the Etsy overlords, I'm just going to take it off of Etsy and sell through Instagram, through Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. This one, this is still in the shop and still up for grabs for anybody who wants it. This pen is a fountain pen. So right now I don't have an ink cartridge in there right now, so I can't show you how it writes. But I do have this fountain pen in there. And what is this wood? Kingwood, maybe? I can't remember the species of wood that I turned that out of. But this one is still in the shop, still available. This one is in the shop, but like I said, it's kind of been spoken for. One of the guys at work said he would buy it from me on Friday. But if somebody else was to buy it, I just have to give them the bad news. But this one is a clicky pen, because clicky pens are awesome. Brass fittings. That is black walnut. And these pens both were finished with olive oil and beeswax to kind of seal the wood and finish it off. Gives it a, gives it a smooth, kind of matte finish look to it. So, those are the two that are in the shop right now. If you want to go take a look, go take a look. If you don't see this one, it's because it's past Friday and the guy already paid me for it. So, but definitely go check it out. I am going to be doing more stuff than just pins. I do have a set of cufflinks and a tie tack that I made for myself. I showed them on like an episode. The last episode. I showed them on the last episode.
Do you want to go grab them and show them again?
Yeah. You're back.
Okay.
So, here's the tie tack. Let's see. Can we get that? There it is. This is from a real 30-30 rifle round.
Spent round.
Spent round, obviously, with the dimple in the middle of the primer. You can tell that it was fired. So it's completely safe. This will not blow up on your chest, I promise. But tie tack with the chain, because I like that. I prefer that style to just like the bar or the kind that just clips directly to your shirt. Second part of it, and this set's going to be mine because I kind of messed it up a little bit.
And
but
you can't get at those very...
and yeah, these are going to be really hard for me to repeat. But I may...
You could do them with the 30-30s, couldn't you?
No, the 30-30 is too small for cufflinks. But I might be able to get my hands on some 50 cal rounds, or casings at least. But that's what these are from, is from actual 50 caliber rounds. So that's, and they've got some weight to them. But this set's going to be mine because, like I said, I kind of sanded it a little too much, and it took part of the indented writing off of it. So, but stuff like this is probably going to be something that I'm making and putting on Instagram to sell as sets. So that's, yeah. Another thing I'm working on is notions trays for knitting. Kind of a wood acrylic combination. I've got to really work on my technique, I guess.
He's working out the kinks still.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at. It's been fun selling on Etsy, but like I said, I don't do enough business to justify paying the fees that come along with it, and I'll figure it out on my own.
Yep.
But
now, if you start having more time to do more stuff, you might reopen.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, if I get the Publishers Clearinghouse or hit the lottery or something, I might
Yeah.
I might decide that, okay, I'll reopen my shop and, devote all my time to working in the garage.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't have time. Well, you have time. You don't have the energy to do a lot.
Well, yeah.
Because
when I have the time, I don't have the energy. When I have the energy, I don't have the time. So I never have both at the same time, unfortunately.
yeah. So, but
That's my shop news.
okay.
Goblin King Designs, CherryPieCottage. Go check them out.
Yes. So yeah, now it's time for the tail end.
Aww.
Still
And
not
even though we've been gone for so long, it's still not about a butt.
Nope. Do you have anything to add to the tail end?
Not really.
Y'all stop drinking the Dr. Pepper so we can get a hold of it.
Yes, those are ours. Dadgummit.
In case y'all don't know, there's been a shortage of Dr. Pepper.
What kind of world are we living in where Dr. Pepper and pepperoni is hard to come by?
Yeah. Weird things. Like a couple of months ago, or last month, it was, I couldn't get a hold of dill pickles for like hamburgers. Couldn't find them. Now apparently Mom said tomato juice is hard to find. I had to give her one of mine that I had in stock for them to take on to Pagosa.
What are y'all hoarding?
I don't know if it's other people
Pickles
hoarding.
I
think it's the factories that made them had to shut down because they had too many employees that got COVID.
Is everybody making Bloody Marys that you need the tomato juice and dill pickles?
We use tomato juice to make homemade spaghetti sauce.
Oh my goodness.
So, cooks all day. Ooh,
It's good.
it's very good. I don't think I have any. I need you to grind some meat so I can make some deer meatballs for spaghetti.
Okay.
We use ground deer anywhere that you could use ground beef. So,
Works out just the same.
yep, and it saves us money.
And starting next Tuesday, we're going to have more dove.
Hopefully.
No, we're going to have more dove.
He's a hunter, so is our son. So, and they hunt for meat.
Yes. Mostly for the meat. Like, the hides and the antlers,
extras.
Are extras. I use them for things.
Mm-hmm. But we eat the meat, too.
But we eat the meat. It's mostly for the meat.
Yeah.
So.
Y'all are not really trophy hunters, like your typical trophy hunters.
Michael has one set of antlers on his wall from the first deer he ever shot.
Which we ate that deer.
Which we ate that deer. And then he's got one other set.
And it's just the antlers. I refuse to let them do the head because I don't want to stare at something I know I ate. So.
See, that's why we can do rabbits. Because you're not going to eat the rabbits.
No! You're not doing... No! They eat rabbits. I cannot bring myself to eat a rabbit. So... But, if that's all you have for the tail end...
I think that's all I
I
have.
have to show you on my shirt because this is basically how we felt for the last few months. And we've like...
Most days I don't get a choice.
Yeah, I don't get a choice most days either. I have to adult. I have children to take care of. Speaking of which, our son is it will be 13 tomorrow, y'all. So we will officially have 2 teenagers in the house. Till October, and then we have an adult and a teenager.
No, we still have 2 teenagers. 18 is still a teenager, y'all.
Legally, she is an adult. We do not see her as an adult. She does not see herself as an adult. She is, however, super excited that she gets to vote this year because she will turn 18 before the presidential election.
No, we're not going to talk about who we're voting
No,
for.
no.
That's not going to be an
I
issue.
was just saying she was super excited because
Yes.
she gets to vote. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was not going to... We don't do politics.
No. Well, we do, but not on here.
No. We don't advertise.
Yeah.
Unless you personally follow us on Facebook, then you get to hear an earful from him. On the regular. So if you don't want that, don't follow him.
Yeah.
Anyways. Go to our Ravelry and our Facebook groups. Both are CherryPieCottage. Ravelry, you can just go in and join, whatever. That's where we're running our sweater count. Facebook, you've got to answer the 2 questions, and then you will answer both questions with yes. You'll be nice, and you will follow the guideline, or you like knitting and fiber related stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, both CherryPieCottage. Join them, please. And I will try and be better about interacting with y'all.
That's all I got. Oh, here on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, like and share. Hit the notification bell so that way you see whenever we put up new videos, which here lately has been very rare, but we're coming back.
Yeah.
We're coming back.
With full length, not just
Yeah.
quick recording and done.
So, share the video with all your friends, all your family, so that way we can get to 1,000 friends. And once we hit 1,000,
we can do another
we
giveaway.
can do another giveaway.
And we can record.
We've been hovering around the mid 800s,
Yeah.
so y'all help us get there, and we'll do a big giveaway.
Plus, when we get to 1,000, we can start doing YouTube Live
Yeah.
on our phones again. And I have missed that because then we would not be able to do a full length podcast every 2 weeks, and in between do a live.
Mm-hmm.
But currently we cannot do that because you can only do it on the laptop, and the picture quality is not great because our laptops are old. But anyways, on that note, God is good.
Read your Bible.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.